Still I ask myself, are we mine? Our game, it's not logical, but you contemplate, are we mine?
And the puck has been dropped. I almost timed it perfectly. We're about 10 seconds off from puck drop, the end of the song, and the official start of the game. We are underway. The crowd in Raleigh is going crazy. Thank you, everybody, for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you'll be watching this right now, and I appreciate you. We are a minute into the game that Frederick Anderson is starting. So Rod Brindamore, has decided that Frederick Anderson deserves the net tonight over Mr. Kochekov, who started game number 3 and lost. And Freddie Anderson, who started games 1 and 2 and lost, is back in the net for game number 4 as the Carolina Hurricanes try to avoid being swept by the New York Rangers, who are an absolute wagon to start the playoffs so far. They have started the playoffs 7-0, and tonight they have the chance to sweep back-to-back series and start the playoffs 8-0. Philip Hedl is out. He came back for the first time since November 2nd last game, and he's out tonight. Brodzinski is in. Trying to see if I have all the line rushes. Oh, that's a goal! Wow! Oh my goodness, we get started right away. Carolina is not done yet. My goodness, we're just watching Kuznetsov casually enter the zone, and he wires one past Igor Shesterkin. Gosh, there's a turnover at center. Kuznetsov walks in, hangs out right by the faceoff dot, decides to wire one top corner. It beats Shesterkin over the blocker. 1-0 Carolina, just like that. My goodness, we're getting started early. I was about to pull up the line rushes. I don't know if you guys were here for last game, but last game for the overtime stream, game number 3, when the Rangers scored in overtime, I missed the Panarin goal because I'm like looking down at my phone because I communicate with the whoever's modding the stream, whether it's Justin tonight or Robert. Sometimes he'll hop on when Justin needs to go walk his dog, but if I miss any messages, they'll come up on my phone. Or if I'm just checking the line combination and see who's out there, I pull it up on my phone. And I'm looking down, and then I look up, and Panarin's tipping a puck past Kuchekov to win it in overtime. And here, I almost pulled up the line rushes on my phone. But thank goodness, Kuznetsov beats me looking down, and he scores the first goal of the game. Goodness. I am indeed wearing my ref outfit tonight. Tonight I'm cheering for the referees. I'm like Rob Lowe at the Super Bowl wearing an NFL logo hat. I am here on behalf of the league, and I am rooting for everybody to create revenue for Gary and his owners. That's why I'm wearing the ref outfit. No, I just thought the ref outfit would be fun. We've put away the Hurricane shirt. We've put away the Rangers jersey. Tonight, it is about the linesmen and the fake puck drops. That's what we're here for. I should have got, at intermission, I'll go grab a puck so I can fake puck drop it all day. Yeah, everybody, let me know. Let me know what team jersey you think this is. We've already got a Florida jersey. We've got an Edmonton jersey. You guys got all the jokes. Boston jersey. Kuznetsov. They're just showing the replay now of Kuznetsov slapping his stick against the boards at some Rangers fans. That's going to go viral on Twitter. Oh my gosh, so he takes his stick and he whacks it against the boards right where Rangers fans are sitting. And he's like, F you guys. And they stand up and they're not happy with that. 16:37, we got another stoppage in play. I believe the Rangers came in offside. I should definitely pull out the rule book. Meme Empress says, get the NHL rulebook, overanalyze the refs' calls / non-calls. Rusty Rages regularly says, Rangers fans invaded that building hardcore tonight. Yeah, there's a lot of Rangers fans. If you look, like they're showing the face-off right now, and the puck hasn't been dropped yet. There's Rangers fans, like so much blue clustered along the boards in the lower bowl. There's so many Rangers fans. I guess if you're a Hurricanes fan, you live in Raleigh, your team's down 3-0, you think the season's over. Rangers fans, they come down, they want to buy tickets. You might as well. Oh, there's a chance there for Natchez. Can't corral it. I guess you sell. This is the game you're going to sell your tickets to. If you're ever going to sell your tickets, you sell it to this one, because if the Hurricanes end up coming back, there's going to be another home game, right? So they'll win this one, they'll go to MSG, they'll win that one, and then game 6 will be back here. So you can always go to that one if you have like the season tickets, if you have the playoff tickets. So this is the game you want to sell your tickets to. It makes a lot of sense why Rangers fans have invaded this building here tonight to watch the sweep, potentially. This is the game you want to sell your tickets to if you got a lot of tickets to Hurricanes playoff games and you're trying to make back a buck. So I get that. I get that totally. Looking for some action here. Hurricanes trying to go up 2-0 in this game. Adam Fox trying to get out of the zone, but he cannot do it. Aho's down in front. No penalty called there. I think Schneider just took down Aho. No penalty. Might have just fell. Who does everybody have tonight? Let me know in the chat who you have. Let me know who you have winning this game tonight. DD Weiss says, why didn't you call a penalty, Jesse? I don't have those abilities. I'm just to oversee that the refs do a good job tonight. That's my role. Wearing the ref jersey is I'm here to make sure that all the calls are fair and balanced and right down the middle. And that we call a good competitive hockey game. Both teams get an equal amount of penalties on both sides because that's how you know it's fair. That's what I'm here for tonight. Make sure everybody has a fair game. Nobody gets too chippy. I get in between everybody. I get my elbows out and I say, you back off. No fighting. This is the playoffs. That's what I'm here for. Here's Teravainen. Oof, blocked. Thought he had a little chance there. Teravainen stole the puck in the middle of the zone. Thought he had a shot, but it was blocked. Trouba's big body's out there. Let's see if Trouba gets in anybody's way. He doesn't. Stefan Nason picks it up. That's another goal for the Hurricanes. They are not going down quietly. Wow. Again, the Hurricanes score. We're bringing out the big music. Olé, everybody, to this start for the Hurricanes. Teravainen throws it on net. Trouba was out in front defending his man. Teravainen turns around, throws it on net. Shesterkin hits it with his paddle. Stefan Nason pops up to the middle of the ice, grabs the rebound, stuffs it back through Igor. That's 2 goals for the Hurricanes. It is 2-0 very early. You better put your brooms away. The floor is going to be dirty for one more night, it appears. It's an early 2-0 lead for the Hurricanes. They are not going quietly. Oh, Zibanejad with a breakaway, though. Can't get it past Anderson. Rangers pressuring here. Let's see if they can feed it out front. Zibanejad, another try. Unsuccessful. Adam Fox joins the forward group down low, trying to make something happen. He heads back to his spot on the D, on the blue line. We have a pregame poll that has been completed. Who will win poll? The New York Rangers won the Who Will Win poll on the YouTube channel. 71% to 29% for the Hurricanes. My goodness, nobody believes in the Hurricanes tonight. The chat's saying 71%. Oh, here's a breakaway again! Breakaway for the New York Rangers! They capitalize! It's 2-1, baby! The Rangers fans that have invaded Raleigh are on their feet! That is Mr. Cooley! Cooley on the break. Gets a nice feed. Beats two defenders, splits them. Beats Anderson. My goodness, we're seeing great action here. Not even 10 minutes into the game, we got 3 goals. Cooley with a beauty. Nice little break there. That's his first ever playoff goal. Round of applause for that. Love to see that for the kid. One more time on the Rangers goal button. My goodness. My goodness. I was talking about put away your... oh my goodness, Lafreniere almost scored there. Lafreniere just misses a wide open cage. Forget the non-sweep talk. Shots were 7-1 for the Hurricanes. They were up 2-0. 2 minutes later, shots are 7-7. It's 2-1. This game has been electric. And we're not even at the halfway point of the first period. Wow. Do not take your eyes off of the action. The Rangers now trying to break out, trying to create some more offense. They softly dump the puck back over the Hurricanes. Hurricanes now regrouping in their own. Fresh bodies out for everybody. The series lead is 3-0 for the New York Rangers. One more loss, and the season ends in back-to-back sweeps 2 years in a row for the Carolina Hurricanes. Rod Brind'Amour and co. Here's New York trying to break out. It's 2-on-2. Simple dump to the corner. Picked up by Brady Shea. Justin says, this is going to be like 7-6 in OT. I hope so. For the sake of this stream, the entertainment factor of a 7-6 overtime goal would be fantabulous tonight. Thank you for spending your Saturday night with me. If it is Saturday night in your region, wherever you are in the world. The shot counter has been updated to 6-6. It was 7-7 moments ago, but they've taken away a shot for each of the teams. I wonder why. I'd love somebody to explain that. Here's Teravainen entering the zone. And the puck is out of play. Over the glass, we are going to our first TV timeout of the ball game. Thank you all for being here. If you have not hit like on this video, as we chillax into the night, as we spend this evening together. Loop says it's 1:25 a.m. in Sweden. Still enjoying the stream, although I'm a bit tired. Loop, I do not expect you to make it to the end of this game. I just appreciate that you are here right now. The fact that it is 1:25 a.m. and you have made it out to this stream is like a win in and of itself for me. Thank you for being here. Dave says, how come you haven't made a call yet? There haven't been any calls for me to make yet. As you can see, I am the referee of tonight's game. And I have not made any calls yet. I don't think any infractions have been committed. So I have not made any calls. I think everything that the 4 guys on the ice have done so far has been accurate. And I have not had to interfere at all. 2-1 is the score. We have a great game so far. Just checking through your messages that I've missed. Hank says it's 4:26 in California. A gentleman's game time. One thing I saw being thrown about the other day on Twitter was the best time zone to watch sports in, because peak sports watching is in the central time zone. Mountain or central, probably mountain, central. Mountain and central are 1-2. Like if you're in the mountain or central, you have peak sports watching time. East sucks a lot because of the late games, but the West Coast sucks because you can't, like, a 7 o'clock East Coast start. So a 7 p.m. Eastern time start is a 4 o'clock start if you live in California, right? If you live in the Western time zone. Everybody's at work. Say you're a Toronto Maple Leafs, say you're a New York Rangers fan, and you live in LA, and every weekday the game starts at 4 o'clock and your shift, wherever you work at your office, ends at 5. You're never watching the Rangers. You're never catching the start of any game. So, like, West Coast sports watching, bottom of the list. If I'm ranking 4 time zones, East, Mountain, Central, and West, I think 4 is West Coast, 3 is East Coast, 2 is Central, 1 is 2 is Central, 1 is Mountain. No, 2 is Mountain, 1 is Central. I think Central time wins because it's the perfect in between of everything. Like, games start at 6 because it's 1 hour difference. Right, and then the Mountain is the 2 hours. So your 7 o'clock starts at 5, which is like, But then the later games, the 10 o'clock games start at 8, which is like, that's sick. But I'd rather have them start at 9. So you have the game start at 6 o'clock, which is peak. That's perfect. And then you get the 9 o'clock games, the late ones, which is just chef's kiss. We got Carolina throwing some low-quality shots on net. Not a lot of them making it through. Shesterkin turning away one. Europe can just, like, you guys can just screw off with watching North American sports. I was in Greece one time in my entire life, and it was during the summer, so it was August, and trying to follow the Blue Jays, because I'm a big Blue Jays fan, if you don't know. Trying to follow the Blue Jays when I was over in Greece with my girlfriend a couple summers ago was impossible. Every game started at like 2 a.m. or it'd be like a 4 a.m. start or a 1 a.m. start. North American sports in Europe is impossible. Like, I don't know how people do it. If you're a hockey fan right now watching this in Europe, God bless you. It is an impossible task. Like, occasionally you luck out. Like, football is a lot easier. Like, NFL football, I think. Because of how, like, the Sunday day games line up for you guys over there. But, like, Australia has great, I believe, the, like, Sunday football schedule is, like, Monday during the workday. It would be. Which is kind of cool. But it's also you're at work. And there's a bunch of football on. How are you supposed to watch it all? We got 6:45 left here on my TV. Nice little shot by Trocheck, stopped by Freddie Anderson, who's getting the start tonight. If you have not liked this video, hit like. If you have not subscribed to the SDPN YouTube channel, hit subscribe. Hello to everybody watching on Twitter. Hello to everybody watching on Twitch. We are simulcast on all 3 platforms there. Kotkaniemi gets held up at the line by the Rangers. There's a scrum along the board. Somebody's trying to feed this puck out. LCTV Live. LCTV Live says, I'm in Japan. It's 8:30 a.m. on Sunday. That's sick. That is so sick. Hockey night in Canada for you every week throughout the entire season starts at 8 a.m. on Sunday. Like, for us in North America, well, for me on the East Coast in North America, when F1 races, they're usually scheduled for, on like the regular scheduled F1 races, when they're in Europe, when they're mainly in North America, we get them at 9 a.m. on Sunday mornings. And I love it. You wake up, you watch the race, you go about your day. It's like an hour and a half. You get in the morning, you eat breakfast, you have your coffee, whether you're done mowing the lawn, whatever, you come in, you watch your F1 race. It's beautiful. And if that was hockey night in Canada each week, that'd be so sick. Does Japan low-key have the best time zone for watching hockey? I guess during the week it sucks. I'm just thinking about weekend stuff. On the weekend, that's pretty sick. But during the week, yeah, an 8 a.m. start for a game that's not ideal. You gotta go to work. So unless you work like different shifts, but I'm talking the majority of people who work a regular day shift, 9 to 5. And here's another goal by the Hurricanes. Oh, fed out in front, beat Shesterkin. Oh, Snipe Show. The Aho Snipe Show comes at 4:31 of the first period. He's just hanging out right in front of the net. Get a little pass from behind the net. That's Gensel who feeds him. Snaps it over Igor. And we got a 3-1 game in favor of the Carolina Hurricanes, baby. Let's go one more time with the goal button for Sebastian Aho. His first goal, in 6 games. First goal in 6 games for Aho. He was due. Just like Krusty the Clown thought the Generals were due against the Globetrotters, Sebastian Aho was due, and this time, unlike the Generals against the Globetrotters, for Krusty the Clown, Aho delivers. His first goal in 6 games, his third of the playoffs, makes it 3-1 for the Carolina Hurricanes over the New York Rangers. Shots are 11-7. We got about 3.5-ish left to go in this first. That's been a very eventful first period. It's been fabulous streaming this so far. 4 goals so far through 16 and a half minutes of this game. VGK Jamison says the most important thing right now. VGK says no DOS. And I say, yes, DOS. Let's bring him out here. For the first time tonight, your Dancing Animal Squad would like to make an appearance. We have reached a TV timeout, and they are here to entertain you. Bring them back out. The panda, the giraffe, and everyone's favorite, the snail. The DOS, the Dancing Animal Squad, is here for your entertainment for the first time tonight. Everybody, a round of applause. Shout out Sheb, who sent a message on Twitter. Usually the Twitter chat is like never interactive. People who just watch on Twitter, like you guys aren't as interactive as the YouTube chat. So I appreciate whenever we get a message from the Twitter chat and it feeds through. I want to go through some of your time zone thoughts because I was talking through that and then we had a couple goals and I couldn't track your comments based on where you watch sports from in the world. And I want to get to some of these time zone comments you guys had here. Christers, I live in Eastern Europe. Games start at 2 a.m. Finland from Moonlight, 2:30 right now. Jensen, nothing like watching in the cool of the night and from Europe. Moonlight, 2:30 right now in Finland. I am from Belgium and have been following the games for over 10 years. I wake up or stay up until 4 a.m. and hang out on the hockey Discord. 1:30 a.m. Shout out you, Pexilus. Wow, that is dedication. LB says, honestly, Mountain Time isn't bad. The East Coast games all start at 5 p.m. our time. Yeah, no. Mountain Time is second best in my rankings. Central's number 1. Mountain's number 2. East is number 4. West is number 5. Europe, anything in Europe is 6. And then I don't know enough. I'm not smart enough to get into Australia and the rest of the world and all the little time zones throughout Europe and all that stuff. So I'm just going to clump Europe together, put it at 6. Then we got Asia. Then we got every other time zone. You got Hawaii all the way in the middle of the ocean. Oh, watching, like, how are you a sports fan in Hawaii? Come on. Dedication is how you are, I guess. Nova Scotia, Brian Johnson, Atlantic time zone, perfect for games right before bed. Yeah, I guess because a 7 o'clock start in the Atlantic. Oh, we got a delayed penalty here against the Hurricanes. The New York Rangers are going to the power play here with 2:30 left in the first period. They're going to try and close out period number 1 on a good note. Maybe try and convert on this power play. Cut the lead back down to 1. Cut the deficit back down to 1. Zibanejad was tripped by Stahl. That is not very captainly of you, Mr. Stahl. Can't do that. 2 minutes for can't do that. That is the first call of the game by referee me. I'm gonna call tripping. You can't see me do the leg thing. Tripping. 2 minutes. Stahl. 11. Penalty box. Penalty. There you go. First call of the game. It wasn't very good. I'll get better at that. I swear I will get better. I didn't anticipate doing a call there, so next one I'll improve. We got a break here for the Canes, maybe? Oh! Can't get the puck. Can't get a hold of the puck. Trocheck fights him on the way back. We got 1:15 left in this power play. Nothing really done by the Rangers so far. No shots on goal on this power play. Puck stuck in the corner. Kreider got shoved down. Continues to get shoved down. Refs don't call anything. Martinook sends it down the ice. Rangers entering the zone once again, trying to get something going, and they cannot do it. Hurricanes send the puck to the length of the ice. One of the best PKs in the league is showing up and being one of the best PKs. 30 seconds left. Second unit out there right now. Can they be any more effective than the first unit? Doesn't look like it. This is going to be a waste of a power play for the Rangers if they don't get something here late. They're trying again, setting up. And again, it's blocked by the Hurricanes and sent all the way down the length of the ice. And a wasted opportunity for the Rangers. They come away with literally nothing on this power play. 25 seconds left now in the first period. We're going to head to the first intermission here. All done very shortly. The Hurricanes are keeping their season alive so far. 9 seconds left. 9 seconds left. It is icing. We are not quite yet at intermission. I will hold. I will wait. I will wait on the intermission call here. The Atlantic time zone we were talking about. Atlantic time zone it's for me like the West Coast games. Like, what if you're trying to watch Kings Sharks? Like, the game starts in the middle of the night every single time. Like, that's way too late. So Eastern above Atlantic for me. If I'm putting Atlantic in the rankings, Eastern's going above Atlantic. Like, I'm not a fan of the 8 p.m. start every night. All right. So far in this game, the Carolina Hurricanes have kept their season alive. They are up 3-1. Only allowed 1 goal on a breakaway by Cooley. Aho breaks a little bit of a slump. Looked good. Kuznetsov got things started early. It's been a great first period for the Hurricanes. The start going with Freddie Anderson. Rod the Bod deciding to put Freddie Anderson has not hurt them so far. I think he's been solid. Like, I don't like that one breakaway. You can't allow a breakaway. You'd like a save on that, but your team put up 3 goals. You can't be too mad with a 2-goal lead after 1. Hurricanes came out firing. Like, they came out really looking to keep their season alive, and that's what they did. Shots were 7-1, and then they let up. They made it. New York came back, made it 7-7. They got the quick goal, but Carolina held strong, and they got another one. So I've been very impressed with Carolina so far. The penalty kill as well, not allowing the Rangers to get anything going on that power play was like, that's peak Carolina Hurricanes penalty kill stuff right there. And they've been doing that all season long, so that was impressive to see. It's been a great, I don't think you can complain at all. With the Rangers, you want to see Igor make a save there. Like, Igor's been so good, it's hard for me to criticize him, but in this game, without looking, having this game as a vacuum in and of itself, like, not considering, like, hey, he was fantastic in games 1, 2, and 3, you'd like him to make one of those saves. You'd like him just to, you don't want Kuznetsov just to wire it past him on the break. Like, I get it was a turnover in the middle of the ice in the neutral zone. Kuznetsov comes there. He has a great shot, wires it. You want him to make that save. Stefan Nason coming up to off of a rebound that Shesterkin, he just kind of shoved his paddle there, allowed the puck to trickle to the center of the ice. Trouba was tied up in front, so he couldn't clear it, and nobody blocked out Nason. Nason's able to just come in, pot that rebound. You want your goalie there to either steer that puck away from the center of the ice or make the save off of the rebound that he created. Or you want your defense to block out Nason, who's coming straight off the bench and charges in and makes that play. So that's just from my brain, because I can't see the highlights, from my brain highlights analysis of the first couple goals of the game there as we head to the first intermission. And I head over to the chat to chat with you guys. Igor did try. DDY says Igor tried. Hank Barber says Igor tired. Which one is it? Igor Fraud from D's Nuts. D's Nuts says Igor Fraud. I'm just enjoying this music for a second here. Let's go to some of your comments here. Larg says, DOS time. We can bring out the DOS. It is intermission. The Sheep has not made an appearance yet tonight. Welcome, the Sheep. Round of applause. Michael Borland, problem with Atlantic. We've talked a lot about time zones tonight. Problem with Atlantic is if you follow an Eastern team and they head out west, games don't start until 11. Yeah, that's my problem with the Atlantic. That's why I have it below the Eastern time zone, is because like all those late games start way too late. You can't stay up and watch all those games, especially. So if you're a fan of a West Coast team, it's impossible. LCTV Live says, honestly, Japan is good for hockey content. You can watch the game in the morning, think about it after, and when you wake up the next day, there's a bunch of podcasts and stuff out. Yeah, like it sounds like you got awesome timing with everything, how the rest of the world is operating when you're out in Japan there, LTC. That's sick. All right. So I'm going to go to the Steve Dangle podcast here, who's going to entertain you for a little bit of intermission here. Here is a clip from the Steve Dangle podcast that I'm going to play right now. Let me just pull it up and mention that Dave says the Rangers should go to quick for the rest of the game. If the Rangers allow a couple more, if it gets to 5-1, I would give Igor the night off. You're up 3-0 in the series. You're going to be good. If the Hurricanes get 2 more goals and the Rangers get nothing, I agree. I think you go to Jonathan Quick just because, like, give him the night off. It's fine. Give him the night off. Quick will be good. The game might not be out of reach because you never know. Like, the hockey this season has been wild with comebacks. So I don't think that's a crazy idea. Honestly, I don't think that's crazy at all. All right. I'm going to get some water. I'm going to play this clip from the Steve Dangle podcast. Enjoy.
When they talked about the head coach thing, somebody asked him about Keefe, and he said, I don't want to say that the players stopped listening, but the message stops hitting home.
We know that.
But that was 3 years ago, the message stopped hitting home.
Exactly. Like, we know that almost for certain. No, it started to work. It started to work. They scored more playoff-style goals. It was working.
Which series?
Well, this is the thing.
Which consecutive game where they didn't score more than 3 goals did this work?
I know. It started to work. No.
The one where they scored 2 or the other one where they scored 1?
No, but
or the other one where they scored 2?
When
Jesse, there was one where they scored 3.
The one.
When I started watching that after I watched that Amazon documentary, I started watching the Leafs through a bit of a different lens, and I started going, okay, beyond the fact that they won 4-1 tonight, which is great. How'd they win? Like, how did they do it? How did they get those 4 goals? Like, there were games where the Leafs won, the Leafs lost, where I'm like, wow, I don't know, this one hit an ass. This one, I don't know, goalie probably should have saved it. This one hit the linesman, stuff like that. But I started to watch. I'm like, okay, is that goal going in the playoffs? All right, dude rips it down the wing, and he comes in and he snipes it top shed.
Not the Leafs.
Glove side. That happens.
But not the Leafs.
It decreases in the playoffs big time. Like, even, like, we were just talking about Panarin. Mm-hmm. What do you think about Panarin? What do you think? Like, high-end skill, being able to kick yourself in the forehead for some reason.
Vision.
Yeah. Great Sally.
Yeah, vision. Being able to make plays. That's a tip-in. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a high-end, nice-looking tip-in, but, like, that's a tip-in. Mm-hmm. That's how you have to bloody score.
Well, what about on the power play? That's something that the Leafs could do because they're given a million opportunities and they have an inability to do that. Well, that's something that is like a skill and coaching issue, and they need to solve that.
Perimeter, on, stop, because it's a low percentage shot. No one's there for the rebound. Clear. Try to gain the zone, fail. Try to gain the zone, fail. Try to gain the zone, fail. Line change. Try to gain the zone, fail. Try to gain the zone. Get it. Perimeter. Soft shot on. Stopped. Cleared. Penalty is over. How many power plays did we see that way? You know what I mean? And they're not like the Bruins will just send enormous bodies in front because it's hilarious. Like they sent Patrick Maroon out. They sent Justin Brazeau out. I know this is long spilled milk, but 2013, when the Bruins tied the game against the Leafs, Game 7, go look who's in front. Who's at the point? Is it Zdeno Chara, who has maybe the hardest shot in NHL history? No, he's the net front guy because it's hilarious and effective. You take away the goalie's ability to goalie. He can't see shit. Mm-hmm. The Leafs started for a while there to do a really good job of taking away the opposing goalie's eyes. And against Boston, They just stopped doing that.
Yeah, I think this
They
is
got, like, one
why
goal that way.
this is why it was more than enough time to move on from Sheldon Keefe. And as MLSE does, it's a little too late. But he never figured out how to get the players he was given to score in the playoffs, and especially on the power play. And the players that are there don't know how to score in the playoffs.
And you know what? Neither could Babs, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, I'll give Babs credit. They did score more goals when Babs was coaching in the playoffs. They just let in a pile of bad ones too. I also don't think I think, and we can get into the minutia of this, but I think of things like the Leafs' sixth defenseman is Travis Dermott, and he does a spinorama in overtime, and it leads to a goal when the Leafs come out like a house on fire and have 15 shots on net, and the one shot the Habs get goes in.
It might
And
have been their
it's-
best period of the series.
and it's
and they lost.
And it's stuff like that where that's where I say part of this we've wasted time here, a lot of time. One thing I'll say about Brad is that he did bring in veteran presence and didn't allow guys like Giordano and Brody, who were clearly not up to it, to play in this series much more than Brody's one game. And you know, the Edmondson effect, was Edmondson great? No. Was he solid? Yes.
I liked him as an option.
I did too. And I think I like that. At least the team's going that way. Now, the last thing, Trillivan kind of answers his last question by saying, short answer, we have to look at everything. We've got good players, but it hasn't worked. Duh. Now, all that to say, you're going to hear a lot of people say, well, they didn't take accountability, or they didn't do this, or they didn't do that, or I don't know any more than I did before. Yes, you do. First off, you know Sammy's as good as gone. They're going to find if Sammy is back as the Leafs goaltender next year, something's gone really wrong, and he was their last option.
I mean, we've seen it happen before. I'll be stunned.
I'd be stunned. But again, I was stunned when the Leafs actively went after Matt Murray as their goaltender, and augmented that with Peter Mrazek.
What was the plan there?
There wasn't one, Steve. That's the plan. That was a bad day in Montreal when we found out that was happening, because that's when it was, when we were in Montreal for the draft when that happened.
We were.
I remember when that and
Good for
and
you. I don't remember that.
Freech has gone on the Jeff Merrick show, by the way, over the course of this recording, and said that he believes that Berube will be the head coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs by the end of the weekend. Which
End of the weekend.
Yeah.
It's Friday.
by the end of the weekend.
All right.
Kipper was saying, I think earlier, that they've made contact with Berube's camp, which would
Did
make
you
sense.
listen to hear him say this, or did you see a tweet?
It's on Twitter. It's out
Okay.
there. So I'm thrilled that Todd McClellan's name is not in there, because that's a Babcock guy, and I'm not interested. We've done that. Been there, done that. He's a Babcock disciple. No. End of story. Not into it.
Can I say a terrible reality?
What?
Lots of coaches are Babcock disciples. Dude, Jim Montgomery
I know.
contacted him before Game 7, and none of us wagged our finger.
Oh, well, I didn't. Listen, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I also think it's you've been down that road. Find somebody else. Are you telling me there's only 40 guys? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, it's funny. The Leafs, they find themselves in this loop where they look at themselves and they go, wait a sec, we're the Leafs. We have to get someone with tenure. We have to get the best available because we can afford the best available and we demand the best available. Mm-hmm. And, that's why I was so shocked 10 years ago now when they got Kyle Dubas, because I was like, this is the sort of guy they would never get. Mm-hmm. And they're going to develop him and it's going to go really well. And I was right on some.
They didn't do that with Sheldon either. Sheldon is a first-time NHL head coach.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah,
and
they didn't have that philosophy the last two hires, so why not try it this time?
Well, now I
Last
wonder
one
if
didn't
they're
work.
ever going to do that again.
Yeah, I think they proved that we tried it. Both of those guys were here for a long time. They didn't win. We also didn't give them the freedom to do whatever they wanted because the head honcho up top, Brendan Shanahan, made most of the decisions. But the first-year head coach thing, promoting the guy from literally the Toronto Marlies, the AHL, to the head coaching job, didn't work.
Yes.
Like, he didn't get them over the hump.
Also, the Leafs had a lot less to lose back then. Mm-hmm. There's a lot more on the line now. You don't do a rookie head coach when you're in this part of the development. You're at risk The next 5 years are supposed to be Matthews' best, supposed to be Nylander's best. If you miss on this, and I name those two because I think they're the ones that are going to be around leading this team. You miss on those, or you get a bad coach now, you are maligned forever.
We don't want to think about it this way, but the reality is Austin Matthews will not play hockey forever. There's going to come a day when Austin Matthews isn't a Toronto Maple Leaf anymore, and if you don't capitalize on having one of the greatest goal scorers of his generation on your team, like, you're going to miss out on a huge opportunity, and it's going to be unforgivable for the franchise. And who knows where the franchise is going to be at 5 years from now if they don't win something and everybody moves on. Like, are we going to go back to a rebuild?
Dude, that gave me heart palpitations. Maddie just went, "Ugh."
Sorry,
dude.
But you look at a situation where the San Jose Sharks are right now. You look at the situation where the Chicago Blackhawks are right now. When you have the Chicago Blackhawks, I shouldn't even use the example because they won. But
yeah, at least they won.
The San Jose Sharks are, I think, the best example there of a team that was very competitive for years and years and years. They make a final. They're in the they're Western Conference Finals every year. They're always in it. And then they just fall short. And then now, look, they're competing for the first overall pick. They get it finally. But after years of competitiveness comes years of drought. And with the Leafs, you need to get one within your window because eventually it's going to come the other side where we're back in the sunken place.
Nope.
Let's get that Hurricanes. No Hurricanes goal button. There we go. All right, all the buttons were activated as we resume. Thank you for being here. Thank you to the Steve Dangle podcast for entertaining us for this first intermission. We are not currently in the sunken place. We are currently waiting for puck drop on period number 2 here. The Carolina Hurricanes are looking to become the 5th team all-time. I have it here. The 5th team. Hold on. I took a screenshot. 5th team all-time to come back from a 3-0 series deficit. The first team to ever do it was the Toronto Maple Leafs in the Cup final of 1941-1942. They were down 3-0 in the Stanley Cup final and came back to win it. The New York Islanders in 74-75 in the quarterfinals of the playoffs came back from a 3-0 deficit, won the series. The Philadelphia Flyers in 09-10, I remember that one, came back in the conference semifinals, down 3-0 to win. And the LA Kings, I remember this one as well, in 13-14 came back and won their series. So it is not impossible. More than any other sport, and more than the NBA and Major League Baseball, the 2 other pro North American sports where this can happen, of the major 4, because you can't do this in the NFL. It's single knockout. But more than in Major League Baseball and NBA, it happens in the NHL. So if it were to ever happen in any league again, it's most likely going to be the NHL. And if it's ever going to happen, why not a team that has been pretty solid defensively, but has just lacked offense so far in this series? Maybe this is the offense turning on. 0 for 15, the Hurricanes are so far in this series on the power play. 0 for 15. That's an impossible way to win a series, impossible way to win games. And they've scored 3 goals so far in this first period. Maybe this is the rejuvenation of the Carolina Hurricanes offense. Maybe this is the first of many goals they score on their way to 4 wins in a row. It's always possible. Until you lose 4, the series is not over. Puck drop is underway. The puck has been dropped. We are underway in the second period. Until you lose 4 games, a series is not over. I will always hammer that drum. whether it's for my team, whether it's for opposing teams. Just as a fan, I don't believe in leaving games early in blowouts because impossible happens. I don't believe in eulogies for teams when the season is not yet over. And for the Carolina Hurricanes, they are still alive. And here's a nice play by Jordan Staal. Cannot get it past Igor, who's a little shaky so far tonight. The real guys who are shaky are Jacob Trouba and Eric Gustafsson, who have had an awful game so far. There's another save by Shesterkin. Good one that time. That was off of Gensel's stick. And now the Rangers are charging the other way. Kayuya says, come on, Jesse. When it's the Leafs, we all know it's over. Even Steve says it's over. Steve picked Boston to win the first round series against the Leafs. Steve thought it was over before it even started. Like, that's not a fair comparison. I, on the other hand, picked the Leafs and look like a fool for ever believing that team. But it is what it is. You believe in the Toronto Maple Leafs and you will get burned. Fresh bodies out for everybody. Carolina's hanging out behind their own net, trying to break out here. Oh, Tara Vinen. Oh, that's Marty Necas goes in, flying in the zone, gets upended. I don't think he was tripped by anybody, and the Rangers come back down the other end. That's Laugh hits it off the post. He beat Freddie clean. But it hits the post. Oh, my goodness. Almost a goal by Laugh after Necas is upended at the blue line on the other end. Back and forth hockey here to start the second. Bo says, I wish... Oh, hold on. Kotkaniemi can't feed it through. Blocked by the Rangers. Bo says, I wish I were in my STM seats in Raleigh right now, but work calls. Bo, what the hell? What work do you have to do that's taking you away from your STM seat? STM. What could STM stand for? Season? No. What's STM? Season ticket managing? And what work do you do that's so important you got to do it on a Saturday night and you can't sit in your seats? Let me know, Bo. Let me know. Hank says, Zebras are not looking great in these playoffs. Oh, season ticket member. That's good. STM season ticket member. And you are a truck driver. Shout out Bo right now. Round of applause, truck drivers. That's something I could never do. I always get impressed by work that's so far from what I do. I sit and talk for a living and edit videos and make stupid stuff for the internet. And Bo's out there driving a truck, getting all of our things around. Thank you for what you do, Bo. Appreciate it. There's a chance out in front. Roslovic stopped by Anderson. We got a pause in action, and I got a super chat from Michael Borland. Michael Borland, first of all, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. There's a little confetti for you, a little air horns. A little crab people button. Crab people. Michael says, did you see the caption from Mikey Stevens' Twitter of Marner security team commenting on SDPN's video? Oh boy, did I see that. Yeah, what can you say? First of all, you gotta verify that it's actually Marner security team, which I haven't done, so I don't want to comment on it. But he doesn't speak for the guy. You're allowed to defend your friend, I guess, on comments on the internet. I'm not a person who comments on things online, right? Like, I don't usually. Actually, I shouldn't say that because because I'm a creator, like a content creator myself. So like, if other people I know are doing content creation, I'll comment on their stuff and stuff like that. But I think it's a little different. I've never been the type to like call into radio shows or anything like that. So the idea to go to like the comments on an Instagram reel and start fighting with strangers has never been in my psyche. I don't get into internet arguments. That's what I'm trying to like pin down here. I've never been the type of person to go on an Instagram reel or a Twitter or even in a Twitter thread and argue with strangers. It's not in my mentality to do that. So anybody who's doing that online is like, no. How are you saying this thing to this person? It's like, I don't get that. I don't get that. So that's my thoughts on arguing online with people. I don't personally do it. We had a nice chance here for the Hurricanes. They cannot get it through Shesterkin this time. Shot attempts, they just flashed it on the screen, 26-25 in favor of the Hurricanes. Michael Borland says, I clearly am. That's funny. That's funny. I missed the button. Yeah, Joe says, it's good to stay out of the social media sewer of arguing. Like, nobody's mind has ever been changed through an Instagram Reels comment. I don't think that's ever happened. I don't think anybody's been like, you know what? This other guy on the other end of the computer on his phone has really typed out this meaningful comment that says, go to hell or screw you. And now I'm convinced. He told me to F off and now he's changed my mind. Thank goodness I had that argument with him. He told me LeBron sucks and I agree now. Even though I'm a LeBron defender. Like, that's never happened. So I don't know what you're accomplishing by being like, you know what, that dude Durant, crybaby, and then you comment, no, he's not a crybaby, and then the other guy's like, yeah, he is. Like, I don't know. But like, as if I'm being honest, I read those comments and I'm entertained. So thank you, actually, to the commenters for entertaining me. We have a delayed penalty here. Delayed penalty on the New York Rangers. I don't know who committed the infraction. I think it happened away from the plate. Zabinajad going to the box. DJ Zinbad. He committed a penalty on Shvesh. Oh, holding the stick. You can't do that, DJ Zinbad. 2 minutes to the box. DJ Zinbad, 2 minutes for holding the stick. What does he call it? Interference? Interference on that? If we're doing a ranking, Thomas said Keith Pelly was actually a disastrous head of European tour. Everyone was happy to see him resign. Thomas, I might bring that up on Monday's podcast. That's hilarious. If we're doing a ranking of hottest New York Rangers, is DJ Zinbad the number 1 seed? Like, if we had a March Madness style bracket of hottest New York Rangers, this is the content you came to see and you came to watch. We're podcasting. Now we're peak interaction. We're doing hottest New York Rangers. Who's the 1 seed in our March Madness bracket? We got 1 to 24. I think DJ Zinbad's the 1 seed. Matt Rempe. Kids love him. Got to be up there. He's got to be a high seed. Got to have his own region. Trouba. I don't know. Trouba. I don't think Trouba's he's going to be an underdog. Trocheck, like, for what he does off the ice, Trocheck's got to be a pretty high seed. Might be a number 4 seed. Panarin's up there too. Maybe not now, but a couple years ago, Panarin would be a higher seed. Igor. Puck's dropped again. Carolina's now in the power play. They've struggled so far on the power play. Kreider, Adam Fox, I think might be our 3 seed. Matt Rempe's probably 2. DJ Zinbad's 1. Rempe's 2. Fox is 3. Oh, Blake Wheeler. Aiden says Blake Wheeler. I don't know how high a seed Blake Wheeler. Maybe Blake Wheeler's probably like a 10 seed. Oh, we got Ron Sauce again saying Blake Wheeler. Maybe I'm wrong on the 10 seed for Wheeler. Maybe Wheeler's like a 5 seed. Keandre Miller. I forgot about Keandre Miller. What about Miller, though? That's from God P. Dad. What about Miller, though? I feel like you're leaving out Keandre. I completely forgot about Keandre Miller. Keandre Miller's got to be, if we're going DJ Zinbad. We got a shorthanded chance here for the Rangers. One-timer! Oh, saved by Freddie. What a save on the shorthanded chance there. So far in this series, the New York Rangers are outscoring the Carolina Hurricanes when the Hurricanes are on the power play. It is 1-0 for the Rangers when they commit a penalty. They have 1 shorthanded goal, and they have allowed no power play goals. So far in the playoffs, they are 3-2. They have 3 shorties and have only allowed 2 power play goals. Here's another chance for the Hurricanes. The wraparound does not work. Igor keeps it out there. Great post-to-post action for Igor. That was fantastic stuff. We got Marty Necas setting up at the blue line. Kuznetsov was looking for a one-timer, but they went to Burns. Brent Burns to Kuznetsov across, one-timer. Shesterkin makes the save. We get a puck over the glass, but it was tipped, so it's not a penalty at all. D's nuts says, I love you, Jesse, and donates $2. Thank you, D's nuts. Ron Sauce says Seth Jarvis is a beauty on the Canes. 5 seconds left here in the power play opportunity for the Hurricanes, and it has expired. The Carolina Hurricanes are officially 0 for 16 on the power play in this series. Wow. For a team that had an extremely high-powered offense in the regular season, for a team that had a very good power play, one of the best in the National Hockey League. Here's a break for Laugh. Laugh with the shot. Rister goes wide. Misses the net on the break. He had Panarin. He went for the shot, though, and misses the net. Laugh's been on fire. Laugh's been hot. Really coming into his own this season, this postseason. As a Rangers fan, you could only be happy with Laugh's development here. It's been terrific. You know, you look back on that draft pick and you're like, you wish it would have panned out differently. And now it's actually panning out and you're like, we did the right thing. Laugh's the kid we always thought he could be. It's been fantastic. 2-goal game in this series. had a real nice shot on a few of those. Like, he's looked like an absolute beaut. We got a super chat from Ben for Ben wants me to say it. These nuts. Ben super chatted, and his comment on his super chat was these nuts. Igor sends one down the ice. One-timer, Rangers off the post. Oh, my goodness. Shesterkin, Tom Brady one in the blue line. Tape to tape. Oh, my goodness. What a pass. Led to a beautiful opportunity for the Rangers. They try the one-timer. It hits the post. They beat Freddie. Wow. My goodness. I believe he fed Kakko there with the long shot bomb pass from Shesterkin. Shesterkin to Kakko, and then Kakko tried to deliver a one-timer. Couldn't get past the post, but got it past Freddie. We got 2 super chats here. Jake Reardon. Shout out, Jake. We got a TV timeout. 9:06 left. That was Wenberg. Wenberg tried to feed Kakko fed Wenberg after the Igor Tom Brady to Randy Moss primetime pass, tape to tape. Kakko then went in the zone, tried to feed Wenberg on the one-timer. Wenberg hit the post. We have a super chat from Jake. Jake Reardon said, Zinbad has the best mullet. Yeah, I think if we're doing our number one seed or our bracket of hottest New York Rangers, DJ Zinbad is the 1 seed. Rempe's 2. Keandre Miller might be 3. Kreider 4. Trocheck 5. Oh, no. 4 is probably Adam Fox. 5, Kreider. Kakko's up there, too. Kakko, Cooley. I'm trying to do this off the top of my head. Adam Fox, probably ahead of Cooley. That's kind of like the top 10. And then we have another super chat from Justin Fisher. Who's your pick for Leafs coach if Carolina loses tonight? It's not going to be Rod Brind'Amour. Like, that's not happening. Emmy says, I'm so sorry, it is not Zibanejad. Emmy, weigh in. If it's not Zibanejad, who is it? If DJ Zinbad's not the 1 seed, then tell me who it is. Leafs head coach, not going to be Rod Brind'Amour. I don't like, no matter how this series unfolds, I think you bring back Brind'Amour. I get that it's 2 postseasons in a row that the scoring has failed them. Power play is something that's a coaching issue because that system and structure. I don't really put power play issues on players. I put that on coaching and strategy. So that falls on the assistants. Maybe you get rid of a couple assistants, but Rod Brind'Amour has got to be head coach of the Carolina Hurricanes starting next season. I don't believe you move on from him, even if you get swept here. And it doesn't look like they're going to get swept. We're more than halfway through the second period. They're still up 3-1. It's looking good. Next head coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs, though, I hope it's not Todd McClellan. Berube's like the easy pick. Like, I'll say it's going to be Berube because that's what it looks like it's going to be right now. I don't know who else you go with. You're not going with Boudreau. Like, you're not upgrading anybody who is on the bench. It's probably Craig Berube, if we're being honest. Next Leafs head coach. Shot from long from the Rangers is blocked out in front. Tails says, No team has ever blown a 2-goal lead in the second period. Ever, never, ever. Hey, that's not what I said. I said they're leading right now. I'm not in the prediction business for today. I haven't been too good at predicting these playoffs, to be honest. So I'm avoiding doing predictions for now. But I'm saying right now it's looking good for the Hurricanes to keep their season alive, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying there's no shot the Rangers couldn't come back here and score 2 goals. They entirely could. Here's a chance for Tara Vinen. Tries to feed it in front. Rangers intercept the pass. Emmy says Keandre Miller's the number 1 seed of hottest New York Rangers March Madness bracket. Keandre Miller's definitely going to have his own region. You know, he's going to be a 1 seed in the bracket somewhere. It's 2-on-1! Tara Vinen! Oh, it's Kotkaniemi. My bad. My bad. Kotkaniemi blocked. 2-on-1 for Kotkaniemi. Shot it just well high. Did that hit off Igor? Oh my gosh. Kotkaniemi just skied it. Good little chance there. No goals on 11 shots in the playoffs for Kotkaniemi. I saw a little discourse online about how it was a tweet I saw, and some Hurricanes fans were going back and forth about the tweet, how much they regret the offer sheet of Kotkaniemi, and how there's a goal by the New York Rangers. Barclay Goodrow from deep, from way far out. It's 3-2. My goodness. That one beats Freddie clean. Watching the replay here. That rebound, initial rebound, Freddie should have had that. Barclay, it does not beat Freddie clean. It's a Braden Schneider from deep. Tipped by Barclay Goodrow halfway through the zone. Nice little tip drill. That's 3-2, baby. Wow. Let's bring out some of the DOS, our dancing animal friends. So Schneider sends one in from the blue line. Goodrow in perfect position for the tip drill. Gets a little piece of it. Beats Freddie. Goes right in the back of the net. That's 2 goals on 16 shots for Freddie. 3 goals on 16 shots for Igor Shesterkin. We are not seeing a goalie duel tonight. The Rangers have been doing this all series long. Oh, there's something going on with the Rangers bench and Orlov. As I was saying, the Rangers have been doing this all series long, in that they're able to send these pucks in from quite a ways out. They've been doing a fantastic job clogging up the front of the net, getting tips, or capitalizing on rebounds. There's a nice save by Igor Shesterkin. Oh, nice little spinorama by Jake Gensel. Puck's loose. Brady Shea sends it over back to Gensel. Carolina has some serious pressure here. The Aho Gensel line's looking good. Here's Tony D. Working the puck. Stahl's got it now. Some different bodies out there. Rest of them go for a change. Oh, throw it out in front off of Igor. I might want to see one more replay on the Goudreau goal, but I don't know. Maybe Freddie should have had that one too. Like, it's a great tip. Like, Schneider sends it. Like, he's trying to save that puck, right? You know? You don't expect the tip. Oh, Laugh and Orlov were going at it. But I'll see if I can catch another replay, see if I should be blaming Freddie for that goal. Let me know what you think in the chat. Let me know what you think about, should Freddie have had that goal number 2? It was a beautiful tip. Rangers have been doing that all series long. They're able, like the Panarin goal, off of a great tip. That the Hurricanes are lacking that ability to clear the bodies from in front of the net. That's for certain. Their D hasn't been doing a great job with that. Oh, and here's the Rangers. Lafreniere entering the slot untouched. Beautiful shot. Laughs out there. Zinbad's out there. Fox is out there. Keandre's out there. They're trying to get something going here. Kreider hit somebody. Kreider hit somebody hard. A lot of pressure here by the Rangers. They got it in deep. They got the puck in the zone. They're trying to make some plays here. They're circling Anderson. Can we get in a shot here? Or are you just going to keep circling? Anderson with a nice left pad save. We're getting some great action here right now. 3 minutes left in this second period. Juddy Sports says Leafs Freddie returned. Well, Leafs Freddie was great at some times, awful at others. It was very hot and cold with Leafs Freddie. There's Kotkaniemi with a shot on Igor. And I believe they're going to a TV timeout. Let's visit the comments. Let's bring out some of our DOS, Dancing Animal Friends, as we go to a TV timeout. The only way, this is from Joe. We were talking earlier about the Leafs head coach job. Joe says, the only way Craig Berube isn't coming to the Leafs is if the Flyers are firing Torts this weekend and Berube wants to go home to Philly. It seems about, I will say, 86%. 86% done that Craig Berube will be the new head coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's kind of what I'm putting it at. Dave Glatt says it's 50-50 on Freddie. That second goal there. By the New York Rangers. Michael says blame Freddie. Putter simply says go Canes. Is everybody... So 71% of the chat said the Rangers were winning this game before this stream started, or as the stream got underway. Are we still on Rangers are going to win this? Because it'll take a comeback here. Daniel says, if the Canes lose tonight, the Hurricanes have the same amount of wins in the playoffs in the past 2 seasons. No, that doesn't make sense. Because last year they lost in the Eastern Conference Finals, so they would have won 8 games. And then this year they would have won 4. Maybe I read that wrong. Joe says Rangers. Jacqueline says Rangers. Fortnite Bro says Rangers. Everybody's just on the Rangers. Darn. All right, we got a super chat from Tails. Shout out Tails. Best NHLer product line ideas. Caco's Tacos. Gensel's Pretzels. Here's a chance in front for the Hurricanes. Great save, Freddie. Right off the draw. We'll get back to Grenzel's Pretzels in a second. Gensel's Pretzels sounds better than Gensel's Pretzels. Just saying. Malkin's Milkshakes. Kale McCarr's. Hold on, I got to read the rest of it. Kale McCarr's Sail on Cars. Kreider's Crisp Cider. Those are fantastic. What do I need to add to that? That's fabulous. Off the top of my head, I can't come up with anything better than that. Here's a chance for the Hurricanes. They throw it on net. Brent Burns throws it on net. It goes wide. Let me know if anybody else has any NHLer product lines as good as Tails has. Kale McCarr sail on cars is good. Rangers now got the puck in the zone. Minute left here in the second period. Zibanejad circling. Sends the puck in halfway through, and it comes out of the blue line. The Rangers got to regroup here. Fresh bodies. Back in their own zone. Breaking in. Roslovic. Out front. Blocked. Oh! Freddie out of position. But the shot goes wide. Rangers keep it in magically. Burns, though, steals the puck. And I believe that's going to be icing. 31 seconds left, and we have an icing call on the Carolina Hurricanes. Stammers Hammers. That's from Meme Empress. Knives is Knives from Juddy Sports. Marchand's Marshmallows from Justin. I like that. Panera's Bread. That's from Jake. That's an easy one I should have thought. Hellebuck's Peking Duck. That's fun. That's a good one. I love that. Let's see if the Rangers can get a goal here in the last 20 seconds of this period. Good shot. Oh, block. Breakaway. 2-1-0. Hurricanes. Save Shesterkin. Gensel all alone. Weak shot. Weak shot to Shesterkin's chest. Did not like that one. Wish he would have made a move here on the breakaway. Brent Burns and Trocheck are going at it. Uh-oh. Aho and Lafreniere are now jawing. Lafreniere's grabbing him. Grabbing Aho. Trying to get him to snap. Hagel's Bagels. Brandon Hagel's Bagels. That's good. That's a really good one. That's a top 5 one there from Biff Top Johnny. Brandon Hagel's Bagels. They're showing the Gensel breakaway again. I didn't like that shot at all. You got to make a move there. Are they calling offset and minors here? All right, let me do my job. Trocheck, Burns. 2 minutes for roughing. We're going to have a little 4-on-4 action here. Everybody go to the box. 13.7 left on the clock. 4-on-4 for the rest of the period. Why did they go to the penalty box? Why didn't they just go to the dressing room? Because 4-on-4, right? For 13 seconds left. All right, DJ Zinbad enters the zone. 5 seconds. We are heading to the second intermission with a 3-2 lead for the Carolina Hurricanes, but the Rangers get one back in that period. 20 minutes left in this game. Do we think the Rangers have enough to tie it up? Or can the Hurricanes hang on, keep their season alive, and live to fight another day? We got 20 minutes to decide all of that. We got some more NHL product names. But before we do those, I got to remind you, as the Dancing Animal Squad comes out to entertain you at intermission, get out here. Get out here. Get out here. There you go. Do your little jiggies. All right. I got to remind you, hit like on this video. Hit subscribe on the YouTube channel. If you have not pre-ordered Steve Dangle's book, Hockey Rants and Raves, it comes out in October. It is available for pre-order right now. The link is in this description of the YouTube video. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Twitch, it's also in the description. If you're watching on Twitter, they do not have descriptions. So go to the YouTube channel or just search up Hockey Rants and Raves on Google. It'll pop up. Pre-order it on Amazon or Barnes & Nobles or wherever you get your books. Pre-order it. Best hockey book that's ever going to be released in the history of time. So go do that. We have an update on the poll of who you think is going to win. 59% of you are saying the Rangers come back. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Justin Fisher, for passing along the results of the poll. 60 to 40 on the poll say the Rangers are coming back. Darn. All right. So we'll see if that happens. Let's get to more of your hockey product names. We got Austin Matthews Cashews from Heather. Gun Totem Granny. Laffy's Taffies. That's a good one. Adam says Dry's Fries. That's Leon Dreisaitl's fries. Shesterkin's Jerk Chicken. Shesterkin Jerk Chicken. That's like an M&M bar. You're seeing I believe it's 60 Minutes. The 60 Minutes clip of Eminem being like, you could rap about anything. And he's like, you could even rhyme orange. And he's like, orange, dorange, the fringe. And that's what that feels like. If we do Shesterkin's Jerk Chicken. That's from Jake. We have a couple others. Daniel said Flurries McFlurries. That's good. I like it. We got Bedard's Beds. No. Justin, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to hit this button. Bedard's Beds doesn't really work. I'm sorry. That one does not make the list. Ben's Pens. That's from Jacqueline. Jamie Ben's Pens. I like it. And a couple more before the Steve Dangle podcast entertains you for the rest of intermission. We have last one here. This one is also going to get a giant boo. Crosby's Slurpees from Putter. I appreciate the effort. But Crosby's Slurpees is just it's not close enough. It's not quite there. It's almost there, but it gets the sad trombone from me. All right, we are gonna play a clip from the Steve Dangle podcast. It is going to entertain you for a little bit of the second intermission. Hang tight. Grab some water. We'll be right back. I will see you shortly.
So moving on to the press conference part of it, because obviously we've talked about Keith here. Brennan was asked by Luke Fox of Sportsnet, hey, and I got to give Luke Fox a lot of credit, and there's another person a few other reporters I got to give credit to because they asked very bold questions. The Toronto media did its job today, I feel. Luke Fox asking Mitch and John to waive their no-trade clauses, went right at him and said, are you going to ask them? Brendan Shanahan said this, and again, he repeats the answer, but it's important that you note it. Everything is on the table, but it doesn't serve the Leafs to discuss those things prematurely. The focus right now is to find a new head coach. I do believe there is time for preaching patience, but he did say he doesn't believe that time is now. He was preaching patience last spring. He was preaching patience the previous 6 years before last spring. And then here's the great follow-up. Steve Simmons, Toronto Sun. Steve says this, in 8 elimination games, your team has scored 11 goals. Why should we believe you when you say that you can change this and the time for change is now and you haven't been able to get it done before? And Brendan,
legit.
And I think that's a great question.
Legit.
And Brendan said that is the challenge. We wake up every day thinking about ways we can change the narrative and the results. And he said you got to get into the dirty areas. Brendan, this is important. You got to get into the dirty areas. Aside from the Tampa series, and he referenced the power play, in all other series, we haven't gotten those results. And he's talking about playoff goals.
Which is something that Sheldon Keefe has emphasized with his team for at least 3 years.
Mm-hmm. So there's a clip that we can't play, which is funny because we had a deal with Amazon when this came out.
Yeah.
But there's a clip that we can't play because it's part of the Amazon doc where Keefe is meeting with Joe Thornton, Mitch Marner, John Tavares, and a few other the stars.
We probably could play it, but we're not going to.
We're not going to.
It's on our YouTube channel.
Yes, it is. Yes.
So we wouldn't flag ourselves.
I know.
So,
I don't know if the whitelisting lasts 3 years or not.
We could play it if you really wanted to, but let's not.
Let's not get demonetized.
Sorry, everyone.
Basically, it was making the rounds yesterday, and it's Keefe talking to the guys with masks on.
Yes.
About what it is to score a goal in the playoffs and how this is going to be different. Mm-hmm. And Joe Thornton notably in it, which kind of went passing at the time, but has really resonated in the 3 years since, says, give us a break, we're in first place. Or lay off, we're in first place, I believe is what he said. And Joe, and I liked him in Toronto. He wasn't great, but I liked him. He's a great personality.
He was pretty old.
He was brought in to be a mentor to the young guys. And that is not what anybody wants to see or hear from their favorite team going into the playoffs.
Part of the reason people are frothing at the mouth right now for Craig Berube is a clip that's been going around of Sheldon Keefe before Game 7 this year. And he goes, all right, guys, relax, have fun, all that. And then they show a clip of Craig Berube from before Game 7, 2019 Stanley Cup Final in Boston, by the way. And he's like, we're taking the fucking cup tonight. Like, just hellfire and brimstone, fired up. Let's friggin' rah. And the Leafs just haven't had that.
Yeah.
They haven't had that.
Mark Masters, as you look back, Why do you think, and I'm paraphrasing Mark's question here because it was hard to hear, why do you think they haven't got, why hasn't the core four got this group over the top? Brendan Shanahan. That's a difficult question. There is a time where the right answer is patience. New information has evolved, and you just have to adjust the way you're thinking. Chris Johnston.
What?
So what he's saying is he doesn't know why the core four theory didn't work.
I need you to read it again.
Okay, so Mark Masters, as you look back, why do you think they, as in the core four, haven't been able to get the group over the top?
Good question.
Shanahan, that is a difficult question, and again, I'm paraphrasing some of the things.
Okay.
There is a time where the right answer is patience. Sometimes new information, and he says evolved. New information has evolved, and you have to adjust the way of thinking. Or you have to adjust your way of thinking, which goes back to his initial statement.
Word salad.
No, I don't think it is.
Yummy, yummy.
I think I actually
Word
disagree with you
salad.
completely on that.
Yeah?
I think that is 100% saying we're changing directions now. Now,
Well,
and you would be right to say the time to change it was last spring, Shanny.
Yeah.
The time to change it was probably, when you look back, your cup window with Tavares was 19, 20, and 21. And I know there was a pandemic, but that was your cup window. The time to change things in retrospect, hindsight being 2020, was that. Okay, we didn't get it done against Montreal, but Tavares got injured, so let's do it against Tampa. Oh, we didn't get it done against Tampa. You know what I mean? Like,
There's so many times they could have pulled the shoot. Like, COVID genuinely boned this team. It boned this team more than any other.
but you know what
in
they did
terms
about
of
it?
strategy. And what they did about it is nothing, right? So if it wasn't 2021, it was damn sure 2022, and they didn't do anything. And then they win in 2023, and you go, oh, hooray, and then they lose.
I think, well, I guess the organization as a whole, they're showing a pattern of doing everything about a year late. And I wonder with Shanahan and his job was this the year to move on from him? And are we going to sit here next year and be like, okay, now's the time to move on? And we're all like, it's a year late. You know, with the Sheldon Keefe stuff, with trading Marner, it was a year late. His no movement clause didn't kick in. With having the core established and saying, this is our time to go for it, it was 2 years ago.
Replacing the GM, if you were going to do it, you do it after you lose to Montreal and Tampa in success.
Yeah.
If you were going to do that, if you were going to make changes, that was the year to do it. It doesn't mean that Dubas should have been let go. It just means that if you were going to do it, that was the time.
Their mentality in all of these decision makings is we don't want to make a rash decision. We don't want to jump into something too soon. But that has led them over this length, is 10 years of Shanahan's run, to doing everything a step too late. And that's left them just trying to chase these things that they should have been doing a year or two earlier. And I feel like we're just on this constant loop of, okay, you made this decision, it's the right decision now, but it should have been made the season prior. And I feel like every single time we're in this instance, and Chris Johnston, I assume you're going to get to his question
He's
about
the next one.
about the contract. You can read it because I think that's an important one there where it's his contract's expiring.
Before I get to what CJ said, and I think it's important, I want to add to your point, Jesse. There's a theory in wargaming, bear with me, that you arrive at a battlefield, the other army arrives at a battlefield, and it's called seizing the initiative. And there are, hey, we can fight the battle in battle A, or we can fight the battle in battle B. And what the Leafs do is they go, I'll let the other team decide. It's called seizing the initiative. So what great generals do is they seize the initiative. They go, no, we're going to fight it this way because my team does this well with these circumstances, and this gives us the best chance of winning. We're not going to let the other guys decide. We're going in this way, and this is how we're going to fight it.
We're not going to react.
We don't let it come to us, and that's what they're doing now. So
never once during the Bell Rogers 10-year Shanahan run have I ever seen them be proactive in any of these decisions. It's always reactive. Everything is active. Oh, hold on. I always forget to unset the buttons when I change the video and change the scene in OBS, and then everything just hits when I change it back. There's the crowd people button. Thank you for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you'll be hanging out for us in intermission. Here is our intermission music. If you're curious as to what I do for the 8 minutes when that video is played by the Steve Dangle podcast, I was cleaning my golf clubs. I have the little scraper. If you play golf, you got the little scraper thing. I put a little soap and water. You know those travel bottles you take to the airport? I got soap and water in one of those. You spray a little on the club head, take a little scraper, clean the grooves. You take your towel, you wipe it off, and put it back into the bag. I'm going out to play tomorrow morning. Want to make sure my clubs are all fresh, clean, no dirt in the groove. So that's what I do during intermission. And I listen to the clip. I only got through like a handful of them so far, so I got to finish the rest after, while I watch Dallas and Colorado play some terrific hockey, because that's what they do every single time. We have a couple questions here. We have a couple. Also, Trinka 2.0. I got to get to your comment. That's a doozy. But first, we have to go to OJ Marin. Shout out OJ Marin. Little confetti for Ojo. Ojo, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. We have a trade proposition from Ojo. Craig Conroy's on the phone, so I got my phone here. Kids these days do the phone like this, so I'll do it like the kids, like the Gen Zs. I got my phone like this. Craig Conroy calling you in from Calgary. Hey, Craig, what's up? I'm Jesse Treliving. Ojo Marin writes, what? Oh, I lost the chat. Hold on. Let's go back up. What do you say we do a quick trade? Calgary gets Marner and Topi Niemela. Toronto gets Markstrom and Uyghur. Uyghur's deal, thank you for putting it in there, Marin. 7 years, 6.25. Markstrom is 2 years, $6 million. So then the salary is about even. Yes, Toronto's actually taking on more salary because that adds up to $12 million. Marner's only making 11. And we have to give up Topi. Markstrom and Uyghur's great. Like, don't get me wrong. It does solve a lot of your problems because then you have Markstrom and Woll. You get the number one defenseman. Can I do it without Topi? Can I do it with... Can I give you a fourth? Like, is that an option? This is very close to something that puts the Leafs ahead. I don't like the amount of salary being taken on because Markstrom making 6, I think, is a little above what he should be making. And I don't like how you're moving out Marner. The whole idea is you're moving out Marner so that you can reallocate the cap space and that you're reallocating it to the two guys you get back. But is Uyghur the number 2 guy next to Riley that you've been dreaming about forever? I would try and do this deal and get a little bit more from Calgary. I don't think it'll ever happen because I don't think Craig Conroy would ever deal with Brad Treliving. But let's say Brad Treliving moves on and I am the general manager. I think this has the makings and all of the right pieces for a good deal for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Yes. I do think right there you have the structure of a very good deal, and eventually we would land at a place where we are all satisfied if these 4 pieces are within the deal. I think there is an avenue to where both teams agree to something along those lines. But in real life, it would never happen because Calgary doesn't want to help Toronto because I believe ownership there is a little bitter with Brad Treliving. That super chat was from Ojo Marin, and I appreciate you for that. We got to get to the next super chat. It comes from Tails. Shout out, Tails. Tails writes, earlier, if you missed it, we were playing a little game about NHL product names. Tails writes, Stamkos's lampposts. Stamkos's lampposts. That's not bad. It's not bad. And then we have Connor Brown's decaled crowns. So he's doing like decals on crowns, decaled crowns. Connor Brown's. There's got to be a better rhyme with the brown than crowns. I don't have it. Well, we got puck drop here. Period number 3. Just drop the puck. Starting the period at 4-on-4. There's got to be a better one for Connor Brown. I would think so. And Trinka 2.0, I said we'd get to your comment. Trinka writes, when I get my next car, I'm going to name it Kale McCarr, so that when I've parked it and I don't know where it is in the parking lot, I can say, where's McCarr? Fabulous. Fabulous stuff there. All of you. Thank you for hanging out tonight. I greatly appreciate it. If you are having a good time, hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. We appreciate it. Every like, every subscription, every super chat, every comment. Us at SDPN are appreciative of all the people who interact with the show, who are here watching. Adam Fox dancing to the middle here. Nobody there to pick up the one-timer. And the puck's going the other way for the Hurricanes. Good little shot there on Igor, but he lets another rebound loose. So Igor's not been squeezing the puck lately tonight. Everything seemed to create a rebound off of him. I get there's more open ice here with 4-on-4, so you can be a little bit more lax, but I don't like that rebound again. Two minutes have gone by in this final period of the night, pending overtime. I shouldn't speak so soon. And the players have rejoined the 4-on-4 action. We are now at 5-on-5. Did that sneak in? Did that sneak in? Oh my goodness, it snuck in on the back of Freddie! No way! Off the back of Frederick Anderson! Again! Alexis Lafreniere! Oh my goodness, the boy is on fire! He cannot be stopped! Alexis Lafreniere banks it off of the back of Frederick Anderson. Off his butt into the back of the net. My goodness, what a goal! We are all tied up. 3-3. Rangers, Hurricanes. Here's another one, Laugh. Nice goal. Your 4th in 3 games. How about that number 1 overall pick now? My goodness! Let's get out some of our DOS. Wow. What a goal. Good on, Laugh. Love seeing it. Nice save by Igor there. I've already been here for 2 overtime games. Why not make it a third? Why not make it a third? We are tied 3-3. 17 minutes on the clock remaining in the third period. A face-off coming to the left of Igor Shesterkin. Canes are going to try and win it back. They do not. Rangers win it back. Adam Fox goes to play it. Does successfully. And now the Rangers start their breakout. Brady Shea trying to play the dump in. Hurricanes successfully clear the puck, and they are up the other way. Natchez working it around. Martinuk with a attempt at a shot that's blocked. Igor playing it now behind the net. The Rangers now fighting for it in the corner, but it looks like the Hurricanes are going to come away with it. We feeling a fourth goal here by the Hurricanes? They're trying to create some pressure here. They keep it in the zone. They're pressuring. They're trying to get something going. They are not happy with that third one by the Rangers. But the puck hits off a Rangers defender and it leaves the zone. And the pressure does not lead to a Hurricanes goal. But we got the Aho line out. Aho's trying to work it up the boards. Turned back. Hurricanes back at center ice. They send it in deep. And it looks like it's going to be the Rangers puck to play. They call it icing? Offsides. Okay. Oh, didn't look offsides to me, but I trust my linesman on the ice to make the call. Arm is raised. Offsides. 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 Offsides at the line. Craig says, it feels like we are destined for Rangers-Panthers in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's what it certainly looks like right now. Carolina Hurricanes can't stop the Rangers, and they can't outscore the Rangers, so it's not looking good right now. But you're not out till you lose 4 games. Boston's going to be feisty. But when Florida's rolling, I don't think Boston can beat them when Florida's playing at their full capacity. And Sam Bennett taking out Brad Marchand is going to have a huge effect on the series if he can't go in the next game. Oh, Hurricanes tried to play it in front. Could not do it. And as we can all see, the Rangers are up 3-0 in this series and tied in the third period of game number 4. So it's definitely looking like the Rangers are going to be in the Eastern Conference Final this year. But it's not over in either series until one team loses 4 or one team wins 4. Dave says, Jesse, you made a bad call. No, my calls have been perfect tonight. My calls have been perfect. Let's go, referees. Cheering for the refs tonight. Let's go, refs. Let's go, linesmen. Let's fake drop the puck all day. We have been perfect. We can do no wrong. Gary told us we are perfect at all moments. Ojo Marin. Ring, ring, Pat Verbeek from the Anaheim Ducks. I love these fake trade calls, Ojo. They're beautiful. Svechnikov's working behind the net. Rangers steal the puck and they're breaking out. Ojo's got a fake Ducks trade I got to get to. I'm going to make this quick and easy for you. Gibson, Gudis, and Zegras for Marner and Liljegren. That's enticing. I hate the Gibson deal. Because, has John Gibson done anything to earn his reputation as a good goalie? I get he's on an awful Ducks team that's been terrible and can't play defense. So his stats don't really count the last 2 years, but I feel like John Gibson's a little overrated. Here's a chance. Bounces over the net. Gudis is a nice piece. Love having Radko. I don't like Trevor Zegras as well has not proven to be a high commodity either. Gibson hasn't been good in years. Zegras hasn't proven anything in the National Hockey League. Gudas is a winner. So I'm trading Marner for 2 question marks? I don't know. Plus Liljegren could be still got time to grow. I'm turning it down. Mr. Verbeek. I'm saying no. A trade I will consider for Marner is something like Seth Jones retained plus prospects or NHLers from Chicago. Chicago wants to retain on Seth Jones. So we're not taking that full contract, which is kind of ugly. And I can dump Marner in Chicago. I do that deal. Plus, I want an NHLer back. And I don't want to have to give up any other assets. I want Jones. We got offsides here for the Hurricanes. I want Jones plus NHLer plus prospect plus Jones retained for Marner. Call me. Call me, Chicago. We got a TV timeout here. Let me turn down the play-by-play in my ears. Sometimes I'm yelling over the play-by-play, and I don't even remember that you guys can't hear it. But I'm like yelling over the TV in my ears. And I'm like, I gotta be louder than the broadcast. But like you guys can't hear the broadcast. We are in a TV timeout. 11:51 left in the third period in a tie game. I am so far undefeated in games I have streamed going to overtime. We are 2 for 2. Can we make it 3-4-3? We will see. Tyler Durden with a very funny comment. Tyler Durden says, Arvid Soderblom can't goalie the Leafs if he's on the Leafs. That's very true. That's very true. I don't want Arvid Soderblom, though. I don't think he's a long-term NHL fix for the Toronto Maple Leafs. MDD says the only thing you didn't ask for was the kitchen sink. Hey, I'm allowed to be greedy in my fake trades. That's how you start negotiations, okay? You got to start the negotiations asking for the sun and the moon and the kitchen sink, and then you work from there. Okay, I'm trading Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner is a 90-point player every season, all-star, dynamic. Maybe it comes with an extension. You know, you negotiate with Darren Ferris. You can work out your 8-year extension with him, and I'll do a sign-in trade. I'm allowed to ask for a lot for this guy. He's a good player. We just don't want him anymore because of the cap. If there's no cap, we'd keep him. We got almost halfway through this third period here. Tie game. Ross Levick trying to enter the zone for the Rangers. DJ's in bad, working the puck along the boards, getting into a low puck battle. Stahl's entering it. Brent Burns is poking at it. It comes out loose. Freddie covers it. No Rangers players were there to get the puck out of the scrum, and Freddie covers it, and we got a face-off here. 11:05 left. The Neuf. I can't say the first part of your name. I assume it's French. If there's no cap, we keep him. Do we? Question mark. I think in a no cap world, the Leafs spend like the New York Yankees, and who cares if Mitch Marner's playing on the fourth line, you know? Like, there's no cap. You keep a talented winger. I think if there's no cap, you're not even talking about a Mitch Marner trade. Talented player. You play him anywhere in the lineup. If there's no cap, you don't even worry about it. With the cap, there's pressure, and you can't sign other guys because you are paying $11 million to this player. That's how I look at it. Oh, we have a super chat by T.A. Neiman. T.A. Neiman writes, who is your wish list goalie? Anyone in the league currently, price not an issue. Are you just saying, who's my favorite goalie and, I want them on the Leafs? It's easily Igor. It's the guy we're watching in this game right now. It's Igor's. Oh, here's a nice chance out in front for Kakko. Can't hit the net. Goes just wide. Igor, for me right now, is the most I can steal a game for you goalie. Hellebuck's up there, but Hellebuck loses a lot of points for me with the way he played in this playoffs and the way Colorado shredded Hellebuck. Igor has that game-breaking factor, series-breaking factor with the way he played in games 2 and 3. Ottinger is definitely on the list. Demko is up there, but I wish we had seen Demko in these playoffs. But Švilos has been great for the Canucks, but Demko is definitely up there. I'm trying to think. Guys, Vasi? Oh my gosh, did we just get a Michigan try? Kuznetsov just tried the Michigan in a 3-3 tied game with 8:45 left. Oh my goodness! Yevgeny, I don't have any Fs. Kuznetsov, holy wow! Show me the replay, fellas. Wow! Here we go. Wow! The Rangers defender, Lindgren, hits Kuznetsov's stick. Lindgren says, nuh-uh, not tonight. Wow, if that had gone in. Imagine trying that at this point in a playoff game. You have some giant cojones on you, Kuznetsov. My gosh. That is fun. That is fun stuff. This game has had everything. What a series we've seen. We've had everything except close on the series score. It's been close in the games. Hasn't been close in the endings. 3-0 Rangers, but these games have been electric. We're talking about goalies. Vasi takes a hit too. Vasi, I think all the playing time finally caught up with him this season. He also didn't start the season, very injured. Didn't start the year. Igor's probably at the top of the list. I'm trying to think, who's beating him right now. Otter's been fantastic. He's up there. Yeah, I mentioned that. Oh, in the middle. Gensel around the side. Can't feed it through. Rangers send it deep. They got it out. Who am I missing? Who in the Atlantic Division? Oh, we got Varlamov and Sorokin. Both of them take a hit these playoffs. Sorokin loses his job. Islanders get crushed. Trying to go through all the teams here. Nashville, Saros. Saros is a good answer. Saros is up there. Saros is maybe top 3. But, Nashville's thinking about moving on because they have a great goalie prospect. And Saros is going to command a lot of money. You got Markstrom in Calgary. You got Skinner in Edmonton. California is a wasteland for goaltenders. Vegas is Justin Aiden Hill and Logan Thompson. Thompson got benched. Great pad save here by Shesterkin, and the puck goes to the other end for an icing. I think right now, if we're doing goalie rankings, Jarry, no. Tristan Jarry had a great season. Trey Tyson, thank you, Trey Tyson. Here's a little confetti for Trey Tyson right now. Appreciate it. Trey Tyson says Dustin Wolf. Dustin Wolf's a good answer. There's a great prospect. There's somebody who you can get for a cheap on the salary cap for a lot of years. It's a good answer. Puck's lifted out by Lafreniere. We have Ojo Marin with a super chat that I need to read. Keandre Miller sends it in deep, hits off somebody's stick. Zibanejad keeps the puck in the zone. Sends it out front. Oh! Roslovic can't convert on the one-timer. Wow. Rangers pressuring here. Can they get something going? Schneider keeps it in. Hurricanes finally send it out. No icing. Puck goes all the way to the other end. Retrieved by Jack Roslovic. But no icing there. Everybody's changing. Fresh bodies out there. Hurricanes get the puck back. Can't maintain possession. Adam Fox playing it behind his own net. We're coming down to the end of regulation now. We're getting closer to next goal wins territory. We're getting real close. The crowd is really starting to get into this. We're hearing Let's Go Canes come over the broadcast. We got to get locked in here. 4 minutes to go. Who's going to be the team to break through? We have the Rangers here entering the zone. There's Kako setting it out front. Trouba trying to make good for all of his mistakes earlier. Kako to Trouba. Lil redirect does not get over the pad of Freddie Anderson. Wow, and he makes the stop. Goodness me. All right. Let's get to the super chat. I believe Ojo Marin had Julian Breezewa call me. Ojo Marin says, Nokia ringtone. It's Julian Breezewa. Heard you need a coach and a goalie. Vasilevsky, 4 years at $9.5 million. And John Cooper and the rights to Stamkos for Mitch Marner. That's very enticing. But the cap situation of taking on the 9.5 of Vasi and the whatever Stamkos is going to command, which is going to be like 8 million, 7 million maybe, I think it's too much. Like where the Leafs are right now, I don't think is we're going to spend 9.5 mil on a goalie. It's interesting. Having John Cooper it's an X factor too, because like what's the boost you're getting? How much is John Cooper? What's John Cooper's WAR, to use a baseball stat? Wins above replacement. How many extra wins do the Leafs get in the playoffs? Because that's what's important here. If they have John Cooper behind the bench. 2? Are you that much better? Do you get 4 extra wins as opposed to having Craig Berube? I'm going to say no to this deal as it's constructed. But I don't hate the idea of Stamkos coming to Toronto on a discount. I don't hate that. If that's a possibility. Let's say you trade JT before this offer, updated from Ojo. So JT's not on the roster, and I got something back for JT. I still need a goalie. Yeah, then I'm doing it. Because then I just freed up $22 million in cap space. I think I have the ability to take on Vasi. Yes, I think we got a deal there, Ojo. It's interesting. Having Vasi, it puts you into a different tier of team, where it's like, we have that goalie. I don't like the years on him because you want Joseph Woll. I think in real world, you have Joseph Woll with somebody who's going to allow Joseph Woll to compete for the job. And with Vasi and Joseph Woll can't compete. Oh, here it is. A 2-on-1 that Martinook is tripped on. Delayed penalty. The Hurricanes are going to the power play. Cooley to the box. Let's check out this Cooley trip here. Martinook just buzzing up the ice. Oh, it's lingering with the trip. All right, let me do this call. New York Rangers, number 55, 2 minutes for tripping. Is that all right? That was decent. That's kind of how the refs do it. I got to do the foot thing. New York Rangers, number 55, 2 minutes. Oh, I go to the hands. Redo. Second try. Second try is going to be so much better. New York Rangers, number 55, 2 minutes for tripping. That's my call. I think it's the right call. Linger into the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Hurricanes on the power play. Minute 30 left right now. There's a goal! Hurricanes score! They score from deep! 4-3 Hurricanes! 3:11 left in the game. They take the lead once again. Igor lets a clean shot from Brady Shea. The revenge goal. Don't you wish you had me now, New York? Brady Shea scores on the PP for the first time in this series. The Hurricanes score on the power play. My goodness. Coming up big. I think that was clean. Seth Jarvis was in front, but I think that's a clean goal. Igor not having a great night tonight. Finally, the Hurricanes score on the power play. D's Nuts with the super chat of $2 for the Hurricanes power play goal. Here's a little confetti for that super chat. First of the playoffs at 16:49 on the power play, assisted by Teravainen and Svechnikov. Brady Shea. Rangers revenge goal. Keeps the season alive for the Carolina Hurricanes. And Igor Shesterkin is in the bench. The extra attacker is out for the Rangers. Panarin has the puck. Working it around. Sends it to the middle. Adam Fox now at the blue line. Back over to Panarin down low. Panarin sweeps a little to the front. Tip drill by Kreider does not beat Freddie Anderson. We are 145 away from the Carolina Hurricanes keeping their season alive. Making it 3-1 in the series. The season is not over until one team wins 4 or one team loses 4. They're not done yet, pending the next 145. Let's see how it plays out with the empty net. It is 6-on-5 hockey. Panarin's working the side of the net here. One-timer. Save by Freddie. Adam Fox now up top. Hurricanes get control of the puck. Aho tries to break out with it. He can't. Rangers manage to keep it in. Still in. They're all fighting along the blue line for the puck. We got a little scrum, and finally the Hurricanes are able to send it to center ice. Laugh goes back to retrieve it. We have a minute now on the clock. 1:05 to be exact. Hurricanes clear the zone again. Rangers are back at center ice. They're having trouble getting into the zone, but they finally do. Working along the boards, and it squirts out of the zone once again. Now they are all the way back at their own zone, and an icing is being called on the Carolina Hurricanes. We have 40.6 seconds on the clock. Peter Laviolette calling a timeout, I believe. Perfect time to do that. Svechnikov did a great job clearing the zone there. All right, we have a timeout. Let's get some timeout music going. .6 seconds left. Carolina Hurricanes. This isn't the timeout music. You know what this is? This is season on the line music. .6 seconds left. The season is on the line for the Carolina Hurricanes. You have an offensive zone draw coming up for the New York Rangers. The Hurricanes, after so many tries on the PP, Brady Shea came through for them and made it 1 for 16. But who cares about the previous 15 opportunities when that one made it 4-3 and gave you the lead and kept your season alive? So for these next 40.6 seconds, make sure that that goal mattered, that you are going to continue fighting for another day, and make sure Brady Shea sends this to game number 5 back at MSG. We have 35 seconds now left. The puck went over the glass on a tipped one timer. 35.5 seconds left. Let's see if the Rangers tie it up. Let's see if the Hurricanes hold on. Let's see if I will see you on Monday or Tuesday. I don't know when game 5 is. Gotta check the schedule. 30 seconds here. Rangers working the puck along the boards. In the corner. Shot by Panarin. Blocked by the Hurricanes. That seemed to like the last shot. No, one more here for the Rangers. Laugh gets it in. Sends it to the front of the net. Panarin's behind the net, throws it out front. 3 seconds left, and that is all she wrote. The Carolina Hurricanes live to fight another day. We will see you back in New York for game number 5. It is now 3-1 in the series off of Brady Shea's power play goal. If we're looking at this game as a whole, the Rangers, I think their bottom pairing really struggled. The Trouba pair did not have a great job defensively. Hurricanes were able to capitalize. Finally, they're able to solve Igor a couple times. I don't think he was the greatest tonight. I didn't like the rebounds he gave up. Hurricanes, they needed their offense to win them a game, and it finally happened. Freddie was decent. A butt goal, a redirect off your own butt into the net isn't ideal, but you save 3, your team scores 4. That's all you can ask for. Freddie gets the dub. Carolina gets the first dub of the series. I liked what I saw out of Aho, who was once again all over the ice. Carolina avoided the dumb penalties. All series long, they took so many dumb penalties. And today, they don't take a million dumb penalties, which was great for them. The offense of the Rangers, once again, was able to put up 3. Couple more saves, and this was a sweep, but it wasn't a sweep just yet. Great game once again, high scoring, great action. It was a pleasure being with you tonight. I will see you again for game number 5. This was a good time. I will hit your buttons once again. Little confetti for the Hurricanes win. Some DOS, our dancing animal squad, out doing a jig. The chat is having fun with the no sweep, no brooms today. Jacqueline says that was a fast game. Yeah, it's 9:34 on the East Coast, and we started. That was a very quick game. The Rangers fail to start the playoffs 8-0, which would be quite the accomplishment. It's actually a lot more rare than you think it is if you look back at NHL history. Taylor, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Let's get some more of your comments before I sign off here. D's Nut says, we avoided the sweep. I'll take that. Yep. It's important that you don't get swept out of the playoffs 2 playoffs in a row. Thank you again for the super chat, Taylor. Fortnite Bro says, I'm going to the game Monday. Hey, shout out you. That's pretty cool. Enjoy the game. MSG is going to be rocking. Thank you to everybody who said thank you to me. I appreciate that. So game 5 is on Monday. Thank you everybody who said that. Thanks for letting me know when I'm going to be working nice. E-Roots 84. I can't even read your name. E-Rudzy. I'm going to call you. Carolina was better. A little bit better, but better. I agree with that. A little bit better tonight. Carolina did play. I wonder if they go with Kochetkov or Anderson on Monday. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see who starts on Monday. I think that's going to be a huge decision. We'll see if Hito's back in the lineup on Monday. I got one thing before we go here. I did have this ready for the show. And I thought, just because I don't get to use it, I will bring it out today. I did have the... Oh, my gosh, it's so dirty. I don't know if you can see all the dirt that just flew out. No sweep tonight. Broom, you do not get use. Tonight, you will not be in use at all in this series, actually. What am I talking about just tonight? I'm sorry. You don't get the hours. We're not scheduling you for work, Mr. Broom. We don't need you. The Carolina Hurricanes successfully avoided the sweep. And if I could break this like over my knee, I would, but I can't. You are not needed this round. I'll put you away. The Carolina Hurricanes. Jacqueline says she has the same broom. Shout out that broom. The Carolina Hurricanes successfully avoid the sweep, and they live to fight another day. Thank you for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be watching this stream, and I really appreciate you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you again on Monday night Eastern for game number 5. That is it for me. Before you leave this YouTube channel, hit subscribe, hit like. That's all I need from you tonight. Just hit like on the video, hit subscribe, leave a comment if you want on the video on demand that's uploaded after the live. That's it. Good night.